But no matter what, there have been a lot of breakups with Love Island UK specifically in the past like 2 years. So they have a lot of exes that they could potentially choose from if they were interested in being on the show. That could make this all-star season very interesting. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about Love Island All-Stars. They just came out with the cast reveal. I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. I took a little bit of a hiatus just to spend some time with family and take some time off, but I'm back and I'm excited. This was also kind of a slow season for reality TV in general. So now that the All-Stars is coming out, I figured this would be a great time to kind of get back to doing some reviews. I'm pretty excited about this All-Star season. I think last year in 2025, we had a lot of breakups from Love Island. I feel like this All-Star season is going to be good because there's so many potential people that could appear, basically, which is exciting. So let's just jump right in. They revealed that they're going to be 6 guys and 6 girls that come out to kind of start the season. Just off the bat, I noticed that the girls were looking a lot better than the guys. I'm so excited about the girls that they chose. So let's just start with them and jump right in. Okay, so the first girl we have is Millie, and she is from season 7. If you guys don't remember Millie, she left the villa with a guy named Liam, and they were on and off for a while. They were dating for a while, they broke up, and then they dated again, and then they recently broke up like maybe a couple of months ago. I'm really excited about her. I liked when she was on season 7. I feel like she has a really good head on her shoulders, and I think she will bring some good entertainment as well. Okay, and then she's also 29 years old, so I put everybody's ages as well because I think I wanted to make a comment on the ages between the women versus the men. So Millie's 29, and I'm excited to see her. All right, then we have Whitney, and she is from season 10. She left this season with Lachlan, and they dated outside of the villa for a while. If you guys don't know Whitney, they had a pretty messy breakup. Very, very messy in my opinion. Whitney made some allegations against Lachlan, insinuating that he's basically racist. And yeah, it didn't end well at all. Supposedly Lachlan is actually dating someone else now. I have my own opinions about Whitney. I think that she's a pretty controversial person in general because I feel like people either love her or they hate her. Like I feel like there's like extremes, you know? And I think she's, for one, great for TV because she has this attitude of like, I don't really care what people think about me. And I think that's always a good attitude to have when you're like, you know, going on reality TV. My opinion though is I didn't love what happened between her and Lachlan and how she, you know, said a lot of things about him. I don't think that Whitney was lying personally because she came with a lot of like receipts in regards to the things she was saying that Lachlan had called her family and said about her. The only thing I didn't like about it is the fact that she, like after a while, it was giving like the bitter ex type situation, if that makes sense. And I did feel like she should have just left it as, hey, these are some of the things he said, and kind of ended it there. Instead, she kind of kept going. And at a certain point, I was like, Whitney, like you have to move on. Like Lachlan is not even saying anything, but she just kept coming for him. And I didn't love that. And it also kind of messed with the credibility of what she was saying. People were like, okay, even if this story is true, you're giving like bitter ex. And whenever you're the bitter ex, people don't really believe everything you say because they just feel like you're out to like get this person, right? And like smear their name. So yeah, Whitney's controversial, but she's a big character. She had big energy in her season, and I feel like she's going to bring that energy to All Stars. So no matter what, I'm still excited to see her. I just know there's going to be drama, and yeah, I'm happy that Whitney will be on here. And Whitney is now 28 years old. Okay, so then we have Helena. And if anybody watches Love Island, Helena was literally from season 12, which was the last season that we had. This was a season with Shakira, Harry, all that drama. Helena was obsessed with Harry, okay? And she was in this love triangle with Shakira. Harry was sitting here playing Helena, playing Shakira. Long story short, obviously Harry ended up with Shakira. The one thing about Helena that drove me crazy in her season was I just picked up on an enormous level of insecurity in her. You know, Harry did not treat her well, but she just would take it from him, you know, and she wouldn't even really challenge his bad behavior, which I didn't understand. So I hope that Helena has worked on her confidence and will come to All Stars with more, you know, a sense of telling men where to go and telling them things when they need to be like, you know, because that's the one thing about Helena that threw me. I was just like, why are you letting men walk all over you? So I hope she doesn't come with that energy in All Stars. I hope she's dealt with this a little bit and is really going to come in with more of that boss energy and an idea of kind of knowing what she wants. But no matter what, I'm excited to see Helena. Like, you know, she was never giving boring, right? Yeah, she was insecure. She had issues and was all in these triangles and stuff, but she was never boring on her season. So no matter what, I'm super excited to see her. Okay, then we have Jess, and she is from season 10. So if you guys remember her, she won that season with a guy named Sammy. And as you guys know, she won the season because people love Jess. They hated Sammy, okay? And I also didn't like Sammy because I think everybody could see that like he wasn't really that committed to Jess, right? He won because everybody liked Jess, and you know, they left the villa together. Obviously things didn't last very long and they broke up like a while ago, but that is like not a shocker to anybody. Also for Jess, I'm hoping that she comes with better energy this season because I love Jess. I loved her so much. She is somebody that had such a big personality, but she was also getting insecure because Sammy was also not treating her the way he was supposed to, but she was like obsessed with him and it didn't really make any sense. So for Jess, she needs to find somebody that's equally as obsessed with her, if that makes sense. Like it should be mutual, right? But no matter what, I'm really excited to see her, and she is 25 years old. Okay. Then we have Leanne, and guys, I have to be honest, like I couldn't remember who she was. I saw her face and I was like, wait, what? Who is this? So she was from season 6, which is partly why I couldn't remember because, you know, granted, like Love Island, I think is about to be on season 13, the new one. So this is 6 seasons ago. It's been a while. But when I saw I looked her up, and she was coupled up with a guy named Mike in her season. I'll see if I can include a photo. And I think there was something that went down where maybe she wasn't feeling Mike. She might have gotten the ick. And people were insinuating that she was possibly like a mean girl. I'm not sure what the details were, but she didn't really get the best edit from what I remember. No matter what, she's looking good, and I'm very excited for her to be in the All-Star season. So we shall see. Okay. Then we have Belle, and she is from season 5. I definitely remember Belle, and Belle is also from a season from a while ago, but I think she stood out to me because there was an iconic scene where she's like yelling at Anton. Like she just tears him like a new asshole and is going at him. I just remember Belle being sassy, but she also has very big energy. So I'm excited for that as well. She's 27 years old, and she's also looking great. When she was on season 5, she had blonde hair, so she looked completely different. Now she has like dark hair and that tan. She's looking good. Okay. I'm really excited to see Belle in this new season. So we shall see. So those are all the 6 girls that are confirmed as of now, from what I know. I think that this lineup is looking good. Okay. The girls are looking good. I remember them from their seasons, and I felt like these were people that were big characters in their seasons. So I get why they want them to come back for the most part. Now let's get into the guys. So the first guy we have is Shaq. Okay. He coupled up with Tanya, and they ended up leaving the villa together and dating after Love Island. I believe they dated for a while, maybe like a year or more. It ended. I heard allegations that Shaq cheated on Tanya. Obviously, I don't know what the details are, but they broke up a while ago. So I'm excited to see Shaq. I think he was pretty good on his season. He's 27 years old. I guess the only thing about Shaq is like, I just don't know why he smiles this way, guys. Like, I don't want to be mean, but like, The smile is crazy. Something about, he just has this wide smile, and I remember him having the same smile from season 9. So, but yeah, Shaq to me is a pretty good addition, so I'm excited to see him. All right, then we have Kieran, and he's from season 11. He left the villa with Nicole. He dated for a while after the villa, but obviously it didn't work out. They ended up eventually breaking up. I found Nicole to be very annoying, like a lot of people did, but I never really minded Kieran. I actually liked Kieran. I think that, I think this time around though, I did feel like when he was with Nicole, he was very much coasting. Like, I didn't understand why he like latched onto Nicole and then didn't really explore that much or give anything else a chance. Kieran is only 23 years old, guys. So I'm like, I hope that this time on All Stars, he doesn't do that again, right? Because the whole point of Love Island is to test connections, right? And then if you end up coming back to someone that you think you have that connection with, that's fine. But I don't think it really ever serves someone to just latch onto someone and not explore. So I hope that Kieran does that in All Stars this time around. Okay, then we have Sean from season 11. Now, all I thought about when I saw him was, I know he's the sweets man. So I guess he owns a sweet shop or something, like candy shop. I didn't really like Sean. Nobody really liked him from his season. There's something about him that's like low-key annoying. I don't know what it is. Like, his face is even annoying. I'm so mean. But something about him is just, it's annoying. And a lot of people on his season were not really feeling him, long story short. I'm not excited to see Sean, guys. I gotta keep it real. We'll see what happens, but you know, he was never giving main character energy from season 11. If anything, I felt like he was struggling to find anybody that was interested in him. Oh gosh, I forget her name. I think her name was Matilda. He ended up coupling up with a girl named Matilda, who, in my opinion, was just way too hot for him. And you could even tell that Matilda was annoyed with the man during the season because Sean would just be, he runs his mouth, that man. He just, oh my God, about whatever he was getting in people's, he's just too much. So I don't really know why they chose him, but so be it. Okay, then we have Tommy from season 12, and Tommy is 22 years old. When I saw Tommy and saw that they also had Sean, I was like, they definitely could have had just one. Like, Tommy and Sean are the same person, right? They're also similar ages. Well, no, Sean is 26. So you know, Tommy's a little younger. Tommy's 22. But no matter what, personality-wise, they're the same person. Like, they could have just had more. They didn't need two of the same person on All Stars. You don't need that, okay? Like, I feel like these guys are the type of guys that'll just run their mouth. You know, something about them is just giving like sales. You know, the types of guys that work in sales, you can't trust what they say. Yeah. So these two are probably the ones I'm least excited about. But that's okay. Moving on, we have Charlie from season 4. And he was from so long ago. He's another one, guys, I could not remember. I said, Charlie, who? Like, I had no idea. I thought this was from a season I didn't even watch. And I went back and looked and realized that he was on the same season with Haley Hughes. So I'm going to insert a photo. And Haley was the girl that was just a little airheaded. She would say things that you'd be like, is this girl joking? Like, not knowing the geographic of the UK. She just would say really crazy things. But Charlie, I actually liked from season 4. So he's 30 years old, which I'm like, okay, finally, we have a grown man on the season, because some of the other guys are just very, very young. He looks good. And yeah, I didn't mind him from season 4. So I'm excited about Charlie. We shall see. Then we have Jack from season 8, and guys, respectfully, I don't know if I watched season 8, because Jack was like, even when I looked him up and I was like, who is this guy? I still can't tell you who Jack is. So if anybody knows who Jack is, please let me know. He's 26 years old, so I know that. And he's from season 8. So we shall see. Yeah. And looks wise, I think that Sean, Tommy, and Jack could have all been replaced. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't know how these three are gonna do. But in general, I thought that the girls were just doing a lot more than the guys are. Yeah, and my theory is I think that the bombshells this season of All Stars are gonna be really good because of the fact that they didn't really put like the best lineup of guys as like the ones that enter the villa first. So I think that they're saving a lot of the good guys, like the more attractive men, maybe the older men, to come in as bombshells to possibly cause more drama. That is my guess. But we shall see, okay? We shall see. No matter what, I'm pretty excited to see what happens this All-Star season. And, oh yeah, and then I wanted to mention that I think Love Island also loves bringing exes into the villa. I don't know what this is about. In my opinion, I think it can be very annoying. But I would say that it would be interesting if they brought Liam in, who was dating Millie, and they broke up not that long ago. Only because their breakup was more recent. I think that would probably be the most interesting, like, ex situationship in the villa. The rest of them had other people they were dating, but they broke up so long ago that I don't really think bringing, you know, for example, like Tanya on that was dating Shaq. I feel like that wouldn't really do much, or even with like Jess and like Sammy, because they broke up so long ago. I feel like it might not really be that much drama. But no matter what, there have been a lot of breakups with Love Island UK specifically in the past like 2 years. So they have a lot of exes that they could potentially choose from if they were interested in being on the show. That could make this All-Star season very interesting. So we shall see what happens. But yeah, no matter what, I'm excited for this lineup, and I'll definitely be reviewing all the episodes. And then the last thing I'll bring up is that this time around, instead of it being 5 weeks, it's 6 weeks long. I don't really know why they added an extra week, but I hope it's an extra week of entertainment, guys, because I'm like, this is the longest it's ever been. Adding a whole extra week in Love Island terms is long, because we already know that the show is not that long, but there's just a lot that happens in a short period of time. So an extra week is pretty significant. I hope they make it worth it. I hope they make it worth our while to watch. So yeah, we shall see. I'm excited, and yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. The All-Star season begins Monday, January 12th. So next week, Monday. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.